Hey folks, this is Chris from Blue Elevator Productions. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have your very own AI podcast production assistant? One that could help you with research, script writing, and even fact-checking? Well, today I'm going to show you how you can create your very own custom GPT, a personalized AI to help in the day-to-day workflow of creating your podcast. It's easier than you might think, and the possibilities are endless. But first, I'll address the elephant in the room. Is this intended to replace a human producer? Absolutely not. An AI assistant is no match for an incredibly creative and talented human being who is getting paid well. But whether you have production help or not, a custom GPT can help you save time so that you can focus on the things that only you can do. So let's dive in. First, you want to make sure that you have a Plus plan on ChatGPT. It's $20 a month and totally worth it. Head to chatgpt.com and click on Explore GPTs. Here, you'll be able to check out other people's custom GPTs that they've created and made public, or you can create your own by clicking Create. It'll take you to a screen where you can begin to train your GPT. There are two ways of training it, as you can see on top. Configure and create. We'll start with configure, where you can manually give it a name, description, and upload any other material you want it to be able to reference. I've trained my GPT for a podcast I'm currently working on called Artful Intelligence. Don't overthink this part because we'll have the GPT modify the description in a bit. I'm getting a little specific here, telling it that I'll be having it analyze interview transcripts and episode scripts, as well as fact-checking, because that's what we'll be exploring today. Good enough? Let's click over to Create. This is the cool part. You can actually describe in conversation what you would like the GPT to be able to do, and it will automatically modify your settings. It suggests the exact name that I gave it. Sounds good. Now we'll create the profile image. Here's what it came up with. She looks like she'll be a great assistant. Now we'll give it some instructions on how it will interact with us. I'm going super basic here, but you can be as detailed as you like. What it's doing on the back end is rewriting our description so it matches what we've instructed the GPT to be. Here is how it rewrote our description, and it's much better than what I wrote. Keep in mind, we can change any of this at any time. So for now, we'll go up to the right corner and click Create. It's asking whether we want to make this public with anyone who has the link or keep it private. This one's just for me, so we will keep it private. Click Save, and it will generate the link to your GPT. And here we go, our very own custom GPT. First, I'll upload the transcript of the initial interview. It was with this video content creator named Malik Lambian, who makes incredible videos using AI tools. I will link him in the description below. Honestly, I wasn't super happy with the original transcript, which was AI generated by another service. There are a lot of technical terms, and the initial transcript didn't actually have any delineation between speakers, just straight text, all attributed to me. So I'm curious if it will be able to know who's speaking without actually hearing the audio. As it's learning how to be useful, it might give you multiple options of responses. Response 2 specifically asks if it wants me to have it clean up the transcript, so that's what I'll select. And I've actually never had this kind of interaction with a GPT before, where it does something in the background while we wait. I guess since the interview was over 90 minutes, it's going to take a while to process the job. So rather than having me wait, it'll let me know when it's complete, like an actual assistant. A few minutes later, I check back in. Gives me a progress report, which is super helpful. Although I'm getting a little impatient, it says that if I have any specific concerns about the transcript for me to share. So I do. One thing to note here is that at the moment, ChatGPT doesn't have the ability to listen to audio files and transcribe them directly, but hoping that's a feature that's added down the line. But now I'm getting impatient. It's been a few more minutes, so I ask how much longer? 30 minutes. Can you please hurry this up, supercomputer? Okay, I guess I can wait 15 minutes. So I decide to upload an episode script in the meantime. Again, it gives me 2 response options. They both look pretty much the same. So I'm uploading the latest version of the episode script. Just as I uploaded the script, it completed the cleanup of the interview transcript. And it had only been about a minute after it had told me 15 minutes. Not sure what was going on, but maybe telling it that I was in a hurry actually helped. I ask it for the file of the completed transcript, and unfortunately, it's not able to give me a text file, so I'll have it generate the transcript in our chat. It goes on to generate the entire transcript, and honestly, it's fantastic. It gets the name attribution correct every time, as far as I can tell. Also, the super technical language in the interview, like Hyperlapse XAI, are also correct here. So now that it has access to a great transcription of the initial interview, as well as my current episode script, I want to ask it questions about great moments from the interview that I'm not using in the episode at the moment. Honestly, these suggestions are pretty spot on. I've already considered adding more about many of these topics, like Malik's emotional journey when he was stuck in a job that he hated. I do cover it in the episode, but wondered if there could have been more. I asked it to reference specific moments of the interview to look at. Now, this was a little disappointing because I think I used each one of these quotes in the episode already, so I let it know. However, the section the GPT adds here on how to use it is pretty helpful. There's probably more that I can do with the host lines to add stakes in these moments. And since the feedback was really good, I wanted to let it know. So something I've learned working with GPTs, just like humans, they love being told whether they're doing a good job. It actually remembers the positive reinforcement that you give it, so it knows how to serve you better in the future. So while this is not a human, sometimes treating it like one can actually give you the best results. Finally, I ask it to do some fact-checking. Keep in mind, this is not like New York Times level fact-checking going on here. So if you're doing journalistic work that requires your facts to be super accurate, then you might want to hire a human. There's one particular section of the episode that came completely from my own research. So I wanted to see if there was anything that the GPT came back with. Looks like I generally did a pretty good job. However, there's a particular fact that I wanted to double check. In my own research, I found that time-lapse photography was credited to 2 different people, depending on which website you look at. So that was worth double checking. Okay, it seems to think I need to reframe this section a bit. So while it didn't find the nuance that I had found myself when searching online, it is making me rethink whether I need to reword this section a little bit in the episode to give it more nuance. So this has just been a snapshot of what you can do with an AI assistant to help with your podcast. It can also be used for things like research, interview blueprints, ideation, and brainstorming. The possibilities are pretty endless. But we've also seen the limitations here, so we know that nothing can compare with a real-life, creative, talented human individual who is paid well. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave it in the comments. And if there's an AI tool that you want to know more about, let me know and I might cover it in the next video.